In the early days of the universe, when primordial chaos still loomed over creation, three figures emerged destined to rule the ways of destiny. They were the Moirai, also known as Fates, deities whose existence was intertwined with the very core of life and death. According to some legends, their mother was Nyx, the eternal night, a god as old as time. The Moirai are identified as descendants of Zeus, the supreme ruler of the Olympian pantheon, and Thetis, a titanid associated with the sea and fertility. This genealogy links them with divine authority and the unceasing flow of life. Clotho is the youngest of the three Moirai, commonly known as the spinner. Her task, of great importance, is to initiate the thread of life of every human being at the moment of birth. This thread is not simply a physical element, but symbolizes life in its purest and most fundamental form. Clotho, whose name translates as "she who spins," works ceaselessly. In mythology, she is described as a focused and meticulous figure whose attention to detail is crucial to the beginning of every life. The thread begins as a thin, fragile strand in her hands, which gradually takes shape and strength as the individual's life unfolds. Unlike her sisters, whose work involves measuring and cutting the thread, Clotho's work is purely creative. She does not decide how long a life will last or when it will end, but simply sets it in motion. Her role is fundamental, for the life cycle could not begin without her intervention. The thread that Clotho spins is unique to each person. It is said to reflect the potentials and capabilities inherent in each individual. However, Clotho does not dictate the course of life. Her job is to initiate it. Once the thread is in motion, life itself, with its encounters and decisions, begins to weave its own story. Láquesis stands as a central figure among the three Moirai. With a role as crucial as that of her sisters, Láquesis is in charge of measuring the thread of life, a task she performs with profound seriousness and fairness. Unlike Clotho, who begins life by spinning, and Átropos, who ends it by cutting the thread, Láquesis stands in the middle, assigning the length and events of each life. His role is to set how long each being will live and shape the experiences they will have throughout their lives. Láquesis works with a measuring stick, with which he evaluates and assigns the length of each individual's thread. This act is not arbitrary. Each decision she makes is carefully considered, reflecting a balance and harmony essential to the universe's order. She carefully observes the world of mortals and gods, making unalterable and just decisions. Her choices are secret and often mysterious to those they affect. Still, they are fundamental to maintaining the course of life and nature. Although many have attempted to understand or influence Láquesis' decisions, she remains steadfast and objective. Her work is vital to the functioning of the cosmos, a delicate balance between life and death, happiness and misfortune. Láquesis is generally depicted as a serious and mature figure, emphasizing her wisdom and experience. Átropos, the eldest of the three Moirai, boasts a formidable presence in the pantheon of Greek mythology. With a serenity that contrasts with the gravity of her work, Átropos holds the ultimate fate of mortals and gods alike. His name, meaning inevitable, resonates with the steadfastness and finality of his actions. Átropos stands apart from intrigues and power games. Her role transcends whims and passions, focused solely on the culmination of each life. The older sister is neither cruel nor compassionate. She does her duty. Átropos' role does not begin until her sisters, Clotho and Láquesis, have performed their tasks. Clotho, with her freshly spun yarn, and Láquesis, having measured the length allotted to each being, set the stage for Átropos' final act. In her hands, the scissors she wields are not mere tools but symbols of the finality of life. In mythology, Átropos appears at critical moments. His presence often signaled an omen of the end. However, its arrival is not always feared. In some stories, she is seen as the deliverer of suffering, cutting the thread of those whose lives have been marked by pain or hopelessness. Though definitive, the act of cutting the thread of life is not seen by Átropos as an absolute end. Still, it is a transition, a passage to a different existence in the underworld or spirit realm. In this act, Átropos maintains an essential balance in the life cycle, ensuring that the course of nature follows its predestined path. In his silent dignity, Átropos holds a unique position in Greek cosmology. Unlike other gods, whose actions often reflect human desires and emotions, Átropos stands apart, an emblem of the inevitability and transience of existence. The Moirai resided in a realm beyond human reach, a place where the threads of life intersected, creating a vast canvas reflecting the grand spectacle of existence. Despite their crucial role in the order of the universe, they stayed away from the daily affairs of gods and mortals, dedicated exclusively to their divine task. In this way, since the dawn of time, the Moirai wove the world's destiny, maintaining a balance between life and death, happiness and misfortune, thus ensuring the perpetuity of the life cycle according to the ancient laws that governed the universe. The Moirai occupied a unique place in Greek mythology, exercising an authority that even the most powerful gods respected. Their influence extended beyond the lives of mortals, reaching the very deities of Olympus. Although Zeus was king of the gods, it is said that even he could not alter the decisions of the Moirai. This relationship between the Moirai and the gods of Olympus shows how the ancient Greeks saw fate as a principle that transcended all divine and human authority. The Moirai were figures of great respect and awe in the Greek pantheon, with their influence extending to mortals and gods alike. Despite being goddesses of fate, they did not escape the respect of Zeus, the ultimate Olympian god, who was also subject to their decisions. They symbolized the inescapable course of destiny and marked the natural cycle of life, showing that not even the gods could alter the course of destiny they established. In ancient Greece, the Moirai were not only feared but also venerated. Rituals and offerings were dedicated to these goddesses, hoping to gain their favor and ensure a long and prosperous life. Their presence in daily life was palpable, marking significant moments from birth to death, and their influence extended to all aspects of human existence. The legacy of the Moirai transcends ancient Greece, influencing art, literature, and philosophical thought throughout the centuries.